I'm attending one of the health professional schools here at the U, and with the prerequisites, of course, were like anatomy, physiology, biology, and yet...
Those are all offensive and terrible.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. We've discussed quite a bit about transgenderism and whatnot, even more than, say, cardiovascular disease. And we've even had assignments.
That makes perfect sense, yeah.
I know, right?
That's wild. That is crazy. We are studying that over what we're supposed to be studying in order. Wow. I don't think he was supposed to admit that. That's crazy.
We've even had assignments where you would get docked off or not get the points if you didn't say that you would, let's say, even change their gender in the medical profile to the gender that they say.
Wow.
Which I think is just terrible, considering.
It's idiotic.
Yeah.
It's fully idiotic. If it says on your profile that you're a member of the sex to which you do not belong, then you are going to get profiled medically wrong.
Certainly.
Okay, if you are having lower stomach pain and it says on your chart that you are a man, we're going to be looking at indigestion. If it says you're a woman, we're going to be looking at something else.
Message. I said message. I dropped that in my hand because I don't want to break it or anything like that. Somebody sent this to me. Yeah.
Your chart that you are a man, we're going to be looking at indigestion. If it says you're a woman, we're going to be looking at something else. Okay, this is idiotic.
Yeah, so going off that, I guess you were starting to discuss it. I just wanted to know what your opinion was on sort of the implications of this, not only like a culturally significant issue that you've talked about, more invading into more hardcore science institutions,
Yeah.
especially considering your wife's a doctor.
Yeah, she is. As you may know, yeah. So I think that...
I didn't know that his wife was a doctor. They are cheating, man. They are cheating the system. Ben Shapiro is a beast. This dude went out there and married himself a doctor. And she married herself a lawyer. They are living good. Wow. A lawyer slash business person, doctor slash business person. Wow, they are doing great. They are doing remarkable, man. Definitely gotta show them some love for that. That's crazy. Okay, let's go.
She is. As you may know, yeah. So I think that I think it's egregious. I think that biology is biology. It's amazing to me that people who proclaim that they are scientists are so willing to overlook basic biology and proclaim that people who are fully biologically male can magically become biologically female. We're not talking about people who are intersex. I always like when people who debate this issue immediately go to the marginal issues where there actual is blurring of the lines. People who are intersex or they have some genetic condition, they have Klinefelter syndrome or something, right? That's not what we're talking about here. The actual argument of the transgender civil rights movement is that people who are fully male can actually become fully female. That is obvious nonsense. It's obviously nonsense.
And they will get pissed off at you if you ask them, what is a woman? And I'm talking about I'm talking about anybody who that's literally their hill to die on. Like, they will be having a great conversation, a great debate even, productive as hell. Everybody who's involved is learning a lot. And as soon as we've seen the Matt Walsh videos, as soon as they're presented with the word truth or reality, question, what is a woman? Dude, they go off. They be ready to, man, they don't want to hear anything else. I'm done with this.
Actually become fully female.
Crazy.
That is obvious nonsense. It's obviously nonsense. And again, if you are the very idea that a doctor is supposed to sit there and profile you based on what you wish you were is so insane and stupid and counterproductive. I mean, if you're a transgender person, would you really want the doctor profiling you based along the lines of organs you don't have? If you're a biological man, do you want to walk into a doctor and he's trying to figure out how to fix your uterus? You don't have one. It's ridiculous. Okay, that stuff is just beyond the pale, but it does demonstrate the full-scale insanity that now predominates. And again, I've had this argument 1,000 times with folks, obviously, and the use of politics above science is obvious in everything from what you're talking about to even the rewriting of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the latest edition, which is completely ascientific, based on no statistical evidence, and was essentially a political decision to relabel gender dysphoria from a mental illness or mental disorder, was called a mental disorder, to it's not a mental disorder at all, it's just the depression associated with it that's a mental disorder. Well, by that definition, schizophrenia isn't a mental disorder.
Let me just say this. For everyone that's watching this and you understand everything that Ben Shapiro is saying without using a dictionary, without looking it up on Google or anything like that, kudos to you. You are also one of the extremely smart people in the world. One of the people that I compliment on the regular, because I don't think that way. Like, I'm not that type of thinker. Trying to be, you know what I mean, where I can be able to like dial into such a unique topic and be able to learn all of the intricacies of it and be able to communicate it, be able to teach it, be able to have these like debates and everything. I will stay away from any debates, especially now. Give me a couple of years maybe. Then I'll be able to stand on my own too, based off of which way I lean. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm happy that there's someone out there who don't mind taking all the bumps and bruises for simply putting measured questioning out there. Not gonna say the truth, but measured questioning. Call a spade, it is the truth. But if we want to just be fair, measured questioning, because measured questioning comes with a great deal of research, provable facts. Like, he's not saying anything that's an opinion. He's not saying anything that's coming out of his mouth or coming from him based off of fear or ignorance or just trying to make a point. It's actually provable. It's medical information that he's talking about. So it's just sensible, man. I don't get it why it almost feel like if certain people aren't allowed to play make-believe to the extent that they want to play make-believe, then anyone else who don't want to play along are now the enemy. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't get it.
Disorder at all. It's just the depression associated with it that's a mental disorder. Well, by that definition, schizophrenia isn't a mental disorder. It's only the depression and suicidality that go along with it that are a mental disorder. You can literally do that with any mental disorder. So it's again, for people who proclaim that they care about science and facts, to say this kind of stuff is ascientific and afactual.
All right, ascientific and afactual. Ascientific and afactual. This brother, man, he just makes... I have no choice but to look it up unless I just want to completely be in the dark. Every single video I check out of him or anyone else who's using that lingo or that bit of information from whichever source they got it from, medical books or whatever, I gotta understand it some type of way. I want to hear what you all have to say about this in the comments below, and if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing, man. Per usual. Love y'all.